Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Got a dent, a ding, a scratch, or a bent fender? Major or minor, Car Country Collision Center in Leoma can fix you up. Car Country works with all insurance carriers, gives free estimates, can work on foreign and domestic vehicles, and has experience you can trust. They've been in business since 1990. Unfortunately, accidents happen, but you can get your car back on the road with as little hassle as possible with the help of Car Country. Call 931-852-4708 or stop by at 2567 Highway 43 South in Leoma.
Are you looking for the perfect refrigerator? What about a new stove or washer or dryer? It only makes sense to shop at the one place that specializes in appliances, top to bottom, big or small. And that's Kelly Appliance in Lawrenceburg. Kelly Appliance is home to all major name brands, including LG. LG makes life good with a full selection of refrigerators, cooking appliances, dishwashers, microwaves, and more, including appliances made right here in Tennessee. Family owned and family operated. Stop by Kelly Appliance on Jerry Street in Lawrenceburg today.
For the best at-home care in Lawrence County, the Summit at Home is the right company for you. We have a friendly staff over 25 that is trained, educated, and qualified to help with all your needs within your household. Our non-medical services include transportation, housework, dressing, and companionship. We are also covered by most long-term care providers. For more information, please call 931-762-2310.
Working with Gina was great because she really knows this area. I gave her the specifications of what I was looking for, and she took me right to my forever home.
I met Gina when she sold my son's home within 5 days after it hit the market. With my home, from the day the sign hit the yard to the day we signed the papers, Gina was there every step of the way. Her involvement in the sale of my home was the best decision that I made.
We never felt like Gina was pushing us to make a deal with a buyer. She knew what we wanted, and she worked diligently to get us the best offer for our properties.
Working hard for my clients to make their dreams come true. Let me work for you.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Yeah. Welcome here to X Sports Live, brought to you by C&B Linen. We are joined by the Class 3A Region 4 District 8 baseball champions here, the Lawrence County Wildcats. We got Jake Moore, Logan Mays, Hud Maddox, and the man, the myth, the legend, Landon Bracey, right above us here. He's the tallest guy, so we made him stand so he can look so much bigger than the rest of us. But guys, what a crazy week it has been. You lose the first game to Murfreesboro Central, then you pull off 4 wins in a row. Just for all of you guys, just describe what that journey was for you last week.
Yeah, it was a bit of a roller coaster. You lose against Central Magnet, and you're having to play 3 straight games, or your season's on the line. So it's 3 high-pressure games, but we were able to pull it out, and then got to Tullahoma, and it was just, we're already going on, not a lot of pressure there, but it's also we wanted to beat them there. They beat us twice, so it was good to win it.
Yes, sir. It was an experience I think I've saw in all of high school baseball. I don't think I've had a season like that where we had to go, lost the first one, had to go play the other high-pressure games like Jake said, and just pull it off, have all the guys do what they do.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of mixed emotions. It's definitely a welcome to high school type first district tournament you got. And, yeah, our guys, we went out there and performed like we should have. The glory of God led us to win the district championship first time in 10 years. So just want to give the thanks to the man upstairs for that.
We had our backs against the wall, and we just did what we had to do.
we got a good defense, got a good offense. We do what Coach Wright tells us to do all the time. Just play ball.
A lot of close games. You have to come from behind to beat Giles on Friday. Sunday, it's it's kind of a back and forth, but you're able to take advantage of some Franklin County mistakes. It was pretty even outside of the runs, and then you take care of business. It's a close game until the 6th inning. They're against Murfreesboro Central, and then Tullahoma, who beat you all twice, but you get on top of them, and then you close it out. Those were, that's 4 really tough games against 4 tough teams that you guys had to win.
Yes, sir.
Let's describe what each game was like.
So obviously after the loss to Central Magnet, it was every game you got to be locked in no matter what, because you saw there that any team, any knot has a chance to beat you no matter what's happened in the regular season. So we threw a lot of guys. We didn't have a lot of innings this year. We threw Case Chapman. Case Chapman threw great. And then we rolled Landon up there district championship, and he did what he did and helped us a lot.
Yes, sir. With the loss against Central Magnet, that was obviously hard on everybody. Then whenever we got up there, I guess everybody just flipped the switch and we got to win. Like Jake said, touched the young arms, rolled out Case out there. He pitched good. Then we got Landon that just threw a gem. Hadn't really seen much of him this year. Then he got out there and threw great. Probably the best I've seen him throw in a little while.
Yeah, the Giles County game's what kick-started us all. We coming off a walk-off win. Logan Clayton had a walk-off, I guess, single it was. And then once we got to Central Magnet, we had something to prove. And so went out, showed them we could beat them, and we knew we could all along. We just had to come out and play.
Yeah, after the Central Magnet game, we just had the momentum, and we knew we could do it. Just a bunch of momentum from Logan Clayton's hit. In the Tullahoma game, AJ had a big single, I think it was, and then Justin got subbed in, pass ball, stolen bases. Jake Moore hit that single. That was big. Get us back, top all game. Gave me some confidence to go back out there and do what I can do.
Let's talk about Landon here, guys. Haven't started a game all year, and he gets thrown into the district championship game. By the way, against the defending Class 3A state champions. Landon, what's going through your mind when you see your name on the starting lineup as the starting pitcher?
Well, I was actually in the concession stand line getting my barbecue nachos, and Coach Wright told me to hurry up and get to the field. I got in there. I got a great defense behind me, and I'm not a strikeout pitcher right now. They're gonna hit the ball, but we got a great defense, and my defense did great for me. And that was big.
5 innings, 53 pitches, 1 run off 4 hits, and you got a ton of weak fly balls. There might have been 1 rocket hit towards HUD, maybe that entire sequence. What were you feeling like when you're facing that lineup out there on the mound?
I felt good. I was confident. I felt composed. I wasn't really shook about going up against Tullahoma because my defense did great. We can hit the ball. I was excited.
Yeah. For Jake and HUD, you guys had a ton, not just in the Tullahoma game, but throughout the district tournament. You had a ton of big 2-out, 2-strike hits. What's your all's approach when you're up there in those big games? Because you guys didn't look flustered the least bit when you're up there at the plate.
Well, let's see. It was probably a little bit after the beach whenever we got back home, and we'd lost a couple, and we came into practice one day, and we really wanted to focus on a better 2-strike approach program-wide. So we really dialed that in and went to a 2-strike approach program-wide. And ever since that, we flipped the switch and struck out less. And that's just a big part, just knowing how to hit with 2 strikes, battling with 2 strikes, and just not striking out, knowing you can put it in play, anything can happen.
Yeah, it's just go up there and trust your ability. You're in the district championship for a reason, and you have the ability to do it. You just got to trust it, trust your hands, have the right approach, not trying to do too much and be the hero of the game, I guess, and just keep getting the next man up.
Logan, got that start in that game against Franklin County. You had a bit of a struggle session there kind of a couple weeks ago. How do you feel like you're starting to break out of that and hit your stride once again?
Well, after that Marshall County game, that Marshall County was something. I just had to put that one behind me real fast, do what I can do. Like that Franklin County game, before I went out there, every time he says, man over here said I got to trust my stuff. Yeah. And once I can trust my stuff, I'm good. Like he said, I can do it. I know I can do it.
For those who are just tuning in or haven't followed them throughout every game, we've got three freshmen and a sophomore sitting on set with us. What's it like for you guys? What has this season been like for you guys? I know it's the first one for three of you and the second one for you, Logan. What's it like going out there every night and being a part of this starting lineup every night?
Well, obviously last year with Kaufman, 29-0, won state championship, so that was a good feeling. But Coach Wright tells us all the time, he says that Kaufman state championship is going to feel like nothing once you get to Murfreesboro. So being able to run it back with these sophomores, didn't quite make it to the state championship game, our 7th grade year, their 8th grade year. Being able to do that again and get another chance with that, that's an awesome feeling.
Yeah, like you said, this is my second year with Coach Wright, and it's been great these past 2 years. Being able to throw a little bit my freshman year and kind of start my sophomore year, it's been a blessing.
Yeah, and it's just like Coach Wright hasn't seen us play as much as he has these juniors and seniors, so it's a grind. You gotta work your butt off and gotta get in the facility to be able to play on the field because you gotta work for it. It's not something that's given to you.
I was just grateful for the opportunity against the Tullahoma game. First one I got all year, I was trying to prove myself out there, and thought I did a pretty good job on that.
It's been a roller coaster of a year, guys. A lot of ebbs, a lot of flows, a lot of ups, a lot of downs. How have you guys handled this mentally going through everything you've gone through here so far?
It's a lot of just a not too high, not too low kind of feeling. I mean, we're playing 35-something games, so you can't get too high off one win or too low off one loss. I mean, there was a stretch at the beach where we were playing really, really well, and then there was a stretch where we lost 2 or 3 district games that probably shouldn't have lost, but it's just you got to stay with it. No too high, no too low, so that's good.
Yeah, well, like the wins, you can't get too big after you get a win, like because I mean, all losses will obviously bring you down. Whenever you lose, you just got to put that behind you and keep working for what you want, and have the team just keep working.
Yeah, so our district's really strong this year, so, I mean, anything can happen. You can't just not show up one game and then show up the next game. If you don't show up, you're going to take a hard loss, and you got to show up every game if you want to win. So.
Yeah, I mean, these boys are right. You got to show up. We got to go out there and prove ourselves. We're younger guys. I mean, we have I looked at the roster for the Tullahoma game. We had 2 seniors out there. Freshmen and sophomores were young. And I think that helps us a lot out there trying to prove ourselves.
Yeah, you guys got a big game, a big bunch of games. You know, you got 2 wins to get into the sub-state, starting with Stone Memorial here on Friday night. And you know, how exciting is this opportunity for you guys, knowing that there's a couple more steps here, but you got some wins and some winnable games to get to where you guys want to get to.
Oh yes, sir. We talked about it. 4 wins and win the state tournament. Not trying to look ahead. But, I mean, it'll be the first time Lawrence County team's been there since 1977, so that's just a pretty cool feeling knowing that you could do that. And it just starts with winning 2, starting Friday against Stone Memorial, so we've been preparing for that, and I feel like we're ready to go for that.
Yeah, I think I'm just ready to host this sub-state at home and not having to drive all the way up there every day. And just ready to get out there, have all our guys do their stuff, win us 2. And then win 2 more at home, and then go to Murfreesboro and play our butt off.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great feeling. I mean, being able to go to a region, just hadn't been there in a long time. So, I mean, go up there and prove ourselves and show them that we're not the weakest link like they thought we were. We had to come back from a loss to Central Magnet early, and we came all the way back, so we just got to keep fighting.
I'm pumped. I'm pumped to go to go far, and I think we can do it. I'm ready to do it.
Let's bring in your head coach. He's just hanging out over here. Come stand behind the guys. We got some questions here for the big guy, head coach Clint Wright. And Clint, after that loss to Murfreesboro Central, you talked a lot, about. What was it, burning the ships, 15-19 on the start?
15-19. 15-19. Yucatan Peninsula.
Talking about burning the ships. Obviously, they know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Ships are burnt.
A lot. Yeah.
Ships are burnt, man.
We're fighting.
The way out.
After that loss, obviously the message to the guys, and what was that journey like for you as the head coach through those 4 wins this past week?
It really wasn't a panic situation. I don't think anybody on our staff was panicking. Obviously, it's a baseball game you don't want to lose. I mean, you got to deal with the cards you're dealt. You know, I mean, you find yourself in that situation, you got to find a way to get it done. We knew we had to win 3 in a row against teams that we had already beaten this year. And the best thing about the whole deal is we get to see some depth that maybe we didn't even realize we had. And it's a good feeling going into this week, knowing that your arms are a little deeper than you thought. Those guys were just incredible. They were incredible Monday.
This guy over here, I mean, you tell him when he's getting his barbecued nachos. Obviously, I don't think he's prepared for that. Did you know that's who you're going to go to in the final game?
Yeah, we knew. We on the way over there, they said, "So what do we do in this situation? This situation? This situation?" And I told the guys, I said, "We're going to get something special out of Case Chapman today." Went to a JV tournament in Shelbyville. Whenever that was, last weekend, the 28th, I guess. And there was a million places in the world that I would rather be than at a JV tournament on a Saturday. But we got to see Case Chapman and Landon Bracey start a baseball game over there. And then you fast forward here, and those same 2 guys are starting a baseball game in the biggest spot of the season. And that JV tournament, you know, they went out and they threw strikes and they commanded the zone, and it gives us a little bit of peace of mind to send those guys out when you've just seen them command the strike zone. I mean, that's what it's about. I mean, neither one of those guys is throwing 95. I mean, throw the ball over the plate. Let's see what happens.
And you saw what happened. Have you guys shown them the plaque yet? I don't think they can see it. Look at the top. There we go. There you go. You brought it here. You might as well show the people what you got here. So
that's right.
There you go. And Clint, you see, it's. I've said it to a couple people. Being in the majority of your games, it's awesome watching all these guys grow up in front of your eyes. I think we saw a lot of maturity, a lot of growth here over these 4 games, especially all the big hits that these 2 came up with in key situations, 2 strikes, 2 outs, completely unfazed by those situations.
And I think we talked about it the last time we were in here too. That's also a testament to our seniors. It's a testament to our seniors for supporting these guys early in the year and being good teammates and making Lawrence County's baseball program an invitable place, a comfortable place for some young guys to come in and develop. And I think we're getting to see. We looked at the game day graphic the other day that had Hud Maddox on it, and he looked like he was 9 years old. And then you fast forward to right now, like these guys are completely different baseball players right now than they were 2 months ago, 3 months ago. You like to think that by the end of the year, your freshmen are sophomores, your sophomores are juniors, and everybody's got a year of development. So it's good to be able to see that right now.
And moving ahead to this weekend, you obviously Tullahoma's going to be there. You guys know what's up with them. But first, you got Stone Memorial. A good team. Upperman's on the other side. I mean, you got 3 good teams ahead of you, but there's also 3 winnable games that can get you to the next round.
Sure. Yeah, we like I said, this is awesome. It's the first one in 10 years. But it's I think as a program, we've already put that behind us. We can circle back. We can circle back and celebrate that in a few weeks. Because it's next guy up, man. That's the mentality. The guys are making jokes about, well, we took care of business on the Yucatan Peninsula. I guess we're gonna swim to the next island and all this stuff. Thanks a lot, Coleridge, for that. But it's it's a group of guys that, I mean, it don't seem to faze them. And not downgrading that Kaufman state championship last year because it was incredible. But you've got guys, sophomores, freshmen, and now some of our juniors and seniors who had a little taste of success last year. We're starting to get some guys that understand how to win.
Right.
There's no panic. There's no panic. I get 3 text messages. The Thursday night, 11 o'clock, and it's young guys. Young guys texting you after the Central Magnet game saying, "Hey, Coach, we got this.
Right.
I've got this. We're going to take care of business." And that's pretty cool coming from some young guys.
Absolutely. For everybody, last question here. Obviously, a big weekend. What do you guys need to do to get to the sub-state round?
Just staying locked in, focus on what we got ahead, not looking ahead to the next game because, you just got to focus on what's in front of you. We know we win 2. We go to a sub-state game, we win 2 straight. We get to host that, which would be huge. But it's just really not looking ahead, focusing on what you got in front of you, and that starts with Stone Memorial on Friday.
Yeah. Just gotta keep working for it. Just take care of business and strike. Just gotta take care of business and Upperman win those 2, host sub-state, burn their ships, and then I guess swim to the next one.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's just not getting in the future. You got to stay in the present. And not just saying, oh, if we win this one, just stay in this game. Make sure we win this one and get to the next one. And, yeah, I guess we'll swim to the next island after that.
Got to focus on Stone Memorial first. I mean, we're ready for them. We're preparing. We're going to be ready.
This is the oldest group of young guys that I've ever had. And again, it don't seem like the moment ever gets too big. I'm really excited to see, obviously, what ends up coming out of this year. But I think that this team is, I tell them all the time, I don't think there's anybody in the state of Tennessee that works harder than you do. Because it is a demanding program. We ask a lot out of you, and nobody's going to outwork them. And keep telling them that you deserve this. You deserve this. You've put in the hours, and I'm excited to see what comes out of it.
Awesome, guys. Thanks for coming by. First pitch, Stone Memorial, Friday night from Upperman at 7:30. Obviously, we'll be there as well every step along the way. So, guys, thanks for coming. We'll see you guys on Friday night over in Baxter.
Thanks for having us, man.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Coming up next, Hayden and the big fella and I will discuss everything going on in the world of sports here on X Sports Live.
Since opening our doors in 1904, Builtwell Bank has existed to be the local economic engine for the communities we serve. No matter if you're buying a car, saving for retirement, or finally buying that forever home, Builtwell Bank is here to help. From personal checking and savings accounts to a full suite of business and commercial banking with treasury management services, we'll make sure you'll have a dedicated Builtwell banker that understands your unique needs and stands by you every step of the way. No matter where you are in Tennessee or Northwest Georgia, there's likely a Builtwell Bank location nearby. Come see us and let our dedicated financial team help you with all of your banking needs. Member FDIC.
I'm Mike Keith, and my friends at Elliott Johnson Insurance have a great partner in Auto Owners Insurance. Auto Owners makes it easy to get life, home, car, or business insurance. Let Elliott Johnson Insurance find the Auto Owners policy that makes a difference in your life. Call Elliott Johnson Insurance at one of their 3 locations, Florence, Loretto, and Lawrenceburg. Elliott Johnson Insurance, moving forward for our clients every day.
Gifts and goodies galore await you at Miss Millie's in downtown Lawrenceburg. From brands you know and love, like E. Newton Jewelry and Tyler Diva Wash, to unique specialty gifts, you will find it all here. Whether you're looking for the perfect gift for someone you love or shopping for yourself, shopping local is the way to go. We have home goods, women's fashion and accessories, baby items, and lots of seasonal decorations. Our friendly staff will welcome you in, help you find what you need, and even package your gifts for you. Also, we can't forget to tell you about our popular bridal registry. Future brides can come and create their perfect registry with us. So stop by Miss Millie's today. We're located in the northeast corner of the square in downtown Lawrenceburg.
Pat's Cafe and Catering has been proudly serving customers in Lawrenceburg since 1987. For 4 generations, our family-run cafe has served up delicious breakfast and lunch favorites, with friendly service and a welcoming atmosphere. We also offer full-service catering and can help to make your next party or event a success. For great food and friendly faces, visit us today at Pat's Cafe and Catering.
At Florida Mid-South Realty, we pride ourselves on our family values, professional service, and a deep local knowledge. With a small town feel and a personal touch, we're here to help you navigate the real estate process with ease. Whether buying, selling, or renting, you can trust us to guide you every step of the way. And don't forget to catch Florida Rockstars, our live podcast every Tuesday morning at 8. Florida Rockstars, rocking the real estate news and all things local. Florida Mid-South Realty, your hometown real estate experts.
Since 1955, Evers Construction has been the company folks have trusted for residential and commercial construction projects. Today, Evers is still the leader in building and is just as committed to maintaining. From residential to commercial and industrial, Evers' team of experts stands ready to install, service, and repair all your HVAC and plumbing needs. Specializing in leak repair, maintenance, air duct cleaning and repair, air handler service, drain cleaning, gas line work, emergency unit repair, inspections, and more. Evers Construction offers a preventative maintenance package to keep your home or business cool in the summer and warm in the winter. Trained, trusted, reliable. For more information or to schedule an appointment with the pros who know, phone 931-762-3593 or visit eversconstructionco.com. Evers
Make your lawn a legacy. At Legacy Lawn and Landscapes, we put more than 16 years of experience into your goals. We won't meet your expectations, we'll exceed them. We offer consultation, installation, maintenance, hardscapes, construction, and land clearing services. Owner John and Jamie Brewer with their team are dedicated to providing the highest quality landscape services to commercial and residential clients in Middle Tennessee. Service, teamwork, results. That's how you leave a legacy.
For high school athletes, every game counts. You push your limits and you chase your dreams. But when injury strikes, you need more than just recovery. At Southern Tennessee Orthopedics, we're here to get you back in the game faster and stronger. From cutting-edge treatments to personalized and compassionate care, we're here for your every move. Our specialized team of experts encompass decades of experience in sports-related injuries. Dr. Paul Thomas, Melanie Durham, and Julie Marcus offer the most comprehensive care from diagnosis to recovery. With advanced treatments and tailored rehabilitation plans, we'll help you heal stronger and faster. Trust Southern Tennessee Orthopedics to keep you at your best because your future is worth it.
You know, Storing Lee Furniture is not just some huge chain store, but we do have a 144,000 square foot showroom right here in Leoma, Tennessee. The Story family has worked together in the business now for 55 years. And a familiar face is here to help you with whatever you need. That's what being a part of the community right here in the Tennessee Valley means. And if you have an issue, we're right here to take care of it. And don't forget free delivery. We invite you to come see us. We're Storing Lee Furniture.
At C&B Linen, fast, friendly, and reliable service is our promise to you. Because you're not just a customer, you're family. From multi-use linen to branded floor coverings and a complete range of cleaning supplies, C&B Linen is here to make sure you have everything you need. From our high-quality products to our fast, friendly, and reliable service, you'll experience the difference with C&B Linen. Because you're not just a client, you're part of our family. You'll be winning with C&B Linen.
distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome back to X Sports Live, brought to you by CMB Linen. The big fellas back on the set with us here tonight. Hayden Burks joining us. And guys, let's right off the get-go, let's talk about the group that just joined us here on set just a little bit ago, the Lawrence County baseball team. After that loss last Thursday to Central Magnet, I don't know if many people around the area had a lot of high hopes after that, but man, this team goes on a roll, gets some big wins, some close wins, a lot of youngsters and some of the older guys making some big plays down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, you was on the call of the game against Murfreesboro Central Magnet, and it was bad.
Yeah.
It was.
Right.
And, tough loss. And listen, they're a young team, and I know we keep going back to that. And, it's a tough loss, and you think, man, how in the world are they ever,
Right.
At this point, you've wasted some pitching. Or not wasted, but you've went through some pitching.
Right.
And listen, and we know at this level, man, pitching is so important.
Right.
And, and we had rain. And it pushes things here, and you got to change this. And that was such a crazy 4 games.
It really was.
You was on the call. Of course, I get to watch them on X Sports. And it's just like one thing after another. I'm like, wow, okay. All right, we're putting this together. Okay, hey, look at this guy. He's going a little deeper in the game.
Yeah.
We're settling in. And then the next thing I know, we got a freshman and a sophomore that are taking us to a championship game.
Right. It's good. And along with a bunch of freshmen and sophomores getting big hits.
Yeah, I hadn't even made it there yet. And listen, that's big.
Yeah.
So proud of them. I text Coach Wright, and Coach Wright's such a humble guy. He puts it on his players, and that's great.
Right.
But I just want him to know that I think he's done a great job with these young kids. Because, it's tough.
Right.
You got Alex. You got Cole Schultz, you got Truitt, but, man, you got some young kids, too. You got Justin Kimbrell who stepped up as a senior as well. But, you still got a bunch of young guys that you're trying to get in and get that IQ up, and all that's tough.
Right.
And trying to go through this pitching. And that's where it's at. Yeah. So, man, props to Lawrence County, and listen, we got a big one Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. They did a great job. Tough loss against Murfreesboro Central in that first round. It's first round. You're the higher seed. You host, and you just call it what it is. Just didn't have a good game. Didn't play very well. Murfreesboro Central, they just had your number that day. It just is what it is. And so a lot of people, they might shut down, but no, those guys, they were talking around the table that they were locked into the next game. They just kind of had to reset. Got Giles County in that losers bracket game, and took care of them. Franklin County took care of them, and then got Murfreesboro Central again, and put an exclamation point on that they were the better team for sure. Got Tullahoma in the championship and defeated the defending 3A baseball state champs. So, hey, I like where they're at. They got Stone Memorial on Friday at Upperman. So, it sounds like they're confident, they're ready to go. And I'm looking forward to what they got, and I hope they can get a sub-state game for sure. Like they said, all they got to do is win 2 to get there. Right. But if you win the first 2, you're going to be up here at Tom Cruise Field.
Yeah.
That's going to be big.
Yeah. And you mentioned the pitching. Truitt goes the distance. Logan Mays, the next game, I think, went 5 1/3. Colin McCauley comes in, closes it out after that. Next game, Case Chapman goes the distance. Next game after that, Landon Bracey hadn't started a varsity game yet, and he gets thrown out against the defending Class 3A state champions. 1 run off 4 hits, a couple strikeouts, just 53 pitches. He goes 5 innings, and Chase Carr comes in, holds the lead where it is. Then Chapman comes in, gets a win and a save in the same game.
In the same day.
It was just crazy watching all of this go down. Just like you said, they needed guys to go deep. They needed pitchers to go deep, and that was a good mix. If you're going to win a district tournament, you need your pitchers at least going 5 innings every game.
And
absolutely.
And look at the defense.
Oh, it was outstanding.
Like you said, Landon Bracey, all he done was throw strikes.
Yeah.
How many pop flies did they have?
A ton.
Listen. Our defense the other night was as good as you're going to see at this level.
It's probably the best they've ever played.
I would say so. The outfield's locked down from right. It don't matter. Right
Left
field,
to right.
It don't matter. It's locked down, and the infield is really starting to come along. And listen, I've talked about it a lot this year. Our catchers
been outstanding.
I mean, whether it's Brooks or whether it's Hood, it's just been locked down. And guys, we talk about it in football how defense wins championships, but you get pitchers up here who just throw strikes. Maybe stay away from the walks, but just throw strikes. Let your guys behind you do their job.
Right.
That's what it is. Do a job.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm proud of them, like I said, and I think we got a chance.
Yeah,
I think we do too.
And the first run, the only run that Landon Bracey gave up was on a bloop double down the right field line.
Yep,
that wasn't like a rocket to the wall. It was
just
hit it where nobody was, and it wasn't even a well struck ball.
I think about the movie Major League, little Punch and Judy. But that's what it was.
Yeah.
But but hats off to the Wildcats. I'm proud of them.
And guys, they got a really good chance this weekend. They really do.
They do.
Tullahoma's going to be there. That they're going to be tough, but you're looking at Stone Memorial. Upperman's been traditionally a really good program. Won a state championship a couple years ago, but they played Upperman really, really tough. We were all there for the region tournament last year, and that team is different. Stone Memorial is going to be good. Tullahoma's going to be good, but like I told the guys here, guys, this is winnable. They are not outmatched in any single one of these games.
They've got a shot.
Right, and listen, I'm going back to Coach right here. He's so prepared.
Right.
His guys, his assistants, they do a great job. And Coach Wright, he will have his boys ready.
Right.
They're not looking past the first game.
Yeah.
It's the first game. And that's what he's focused on. And like I said, I'm excited. I can't wait to watch and to see what they do.
I say I'm super pumped up. Then again, like you got to get 2 to get to the sub-state. That's what they're aiming for. Obviously, they want to aim for getting those first 2 wins. That way they can get Tom Cruise. But then again, like the way they're looking, they've legitimately have got a shot to go to Murfreesboro for sure. Absolutely. And I believe, we all knew that they were a really good team, and they've had belief in themselves the whole year. Down in Gulf Shores, they had a really good tournament down there. Just came up short in that, but then again, they had their stretches where they struggled. But then again, we've been talking about the past few weeks getting hot at the right time, and that's what they're doing right now.
Yeah. Yep. And final thing on them before we move on to the rest of our teams. 2 years ago, this team didn't win a district game. Last year, you make it to the region. You made it.
Hadn't done that in 30 years.
Hadn't done that in a very, very long time. Hadn't made it to the region. And now here they are, district champions. They're going to the region tournament again where they got a really good chance to win it, or at least a really good chance to make it to the sub-state, to get to that next level.
Yep.
What a turnaround. It went from not even winning a district game to now you're district champions in 2 years.
Yep, it's just a great all-around.
Yeah, big turnaround. Big turnaround.
To the Loretto and Summertown starting first with Summertown. Obviously, they're moving on to the region tournament.
Yep.
Once again, not the greatest district tournament for them, but however, you're going to face Cascade. I think they got Forest. Do they have Forest?
Yeah, they've got Forest.
And, I think so.
Lewis County has Cascade, but
no, they've got Community.
Community.
Yes.
So Lewis County's got Community, but again, these are all beatable teams. We know Summertown's history against Lewis County, they've Forest is beatable. Every team at this level is going to be good, but also every team at this level is beatable as well.
Yeah, it's not that you say they're equal.
Right.
It's just like what you said. It's about being hot at the right time. Summertown's been hitting the ball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, really well.
So I don't see any change in it. Coach Well, pitching staff, looks really good too. So Summertown can make some noise, and I expect them to make some noise.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, their bats have been hot throughout these last few weeks. Going into district tournament, just came up short to Lewis County. Lewis County, a really good team too, but Summertown, all they got to do is they find ways to win. That's what they've learned to do. And I mean, then again, there's some games where you're thinking, man, I don't know if they're going to pull it out. And all of a sudden, here they come with like a 2-out double, or just getting some guys on. And I mean, they've done a great job of finding ways to win. And then again, just come up short, district runner ups. But then again, they keep it locked in. I mean, then again, Community and Forest, Lewis County, they're all beatable teams, and I can see Summertown winning 2 games and automatically moving on and host a sub-state game too.
Sure.
So it's definitely they're in a proposition too right now.
Yeah, that's the thing about it, man. You just got to win 2 games. You can lose one, but I think teams would prefer you win the 2, especially because you're done early. You're done earlier. You can go home, and you can
host,
and you're back at. It's like I told the guys here. How about you just win the first 2, so we don't have to go to Chattanooga again?
Yes,
or South Doyle. I think it's South Doyle and Red Bank are the 2 favorites over there. South Doyle's I think south of Knoxville, and then Red Bank is Chattanooga. So you just win your games.
Just win 2 games,
just
guys.
Come back here, and Clint said he'll have Tom Cruise looking as good as Yankee Stadium out there. So
he'll be cutting the grass with scissors.
Cutting the grass with scissors. Moving ahead, the softball Lady Cats. Tough loss. Hayden, you and I were calling that game last night, and tough loss for them. But their season's not over, and they, hey, one more win, and now they're on to the region tournament, maybe a chance to get some redemption against Marshall County as well.
Yeah, I know they're. It was a tough loss. They were leading. It's 5-0 Tullahoma right now. They'll get the winner of Tullahoma and Giles County. Yeah. Tullahoma wins, they'll be up here at Jim Chance tomorrow. Yeah. If Giles County loses, they'll have to travel over to Pulaski to play Giles County. But right now, it's looking like they'll host tomorrow, which is good too. Because then again, it's like what I told you whenever we were packing up and heading out. They're down, but they're not dead. And obviously, tough loss. Had a tough top of the 7th where Marshall County, they got some runners on. They've got some girls that can move. Like that Taylor girl, she is quick as lightning out in center field, and then also with the bats. But then again, it's just one of those things where I like where they're at. They haven't been to the region, I think, in 6 years or something like that. It's been a while. But I know that they're looking. That's their goal. Then again, all they got to do is win 1 game to get to the region.
Just got to get there.
They just got to get there. Yeah. So then again, I like where they're at. They haven't beat Giles County yet. They split with Tullahoma and beat Tullahoma in the first round of district. So right now, I mean, they gotta stay locked in and focused. That's their main thing right now.
In the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Yep. Bottom of the 3rd. Tullahoma's winning 5-0 at Giles County. So
okay,
it's looking good for them right now.
I don't know what's going on over there at Giles. Went from the district regular season champions to
and
losing.
Katie Pippin, she's pitching too the last 2 games. So
we'll
see how
it is. Come back.
They can still come back. Yeah,
still time. And other district go at Summertown. Summertown's in the championship. Is Loretto still trailing Lewis County?
Yeah, top of the 6, runners on the corners for Lewis County, 9-2. So Loretto trying to come back and keep their season alive.
Trying to, but Summertown's at the top, and guys, that program rebounds, reloads, does everything. They are so stinking good. Year in and year out.
It is. I told some the other day it's like the softball team's kind of like the golf team. They just
and the tennis team too.
Yeah, and listen, that tennis team that's above that level. Yeah. That tennis team that's just crazy what they do. But listen, it's pretty impressive what Summertown's doing in all their athletic. And we talk about it a lot, and I'm going to say this and I'll be done with this, but it's impressive what Lawrence County as a whole has in athletics just in high school. Not even talking about the middle school, not down in it, but just tonight, just what we have in the 3 high schools is pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean, it's just Summertown. They've been on a tear this entire season. Just came up short last year from being in Murfreesboro, and they're on a redemption tour right now, and I think they got a good shot. They've got a tough other side of the region with Community and Cascade and all those other teams like that. But then again, they're playing their best right now, and I think if they just play the way they've been playing, Izzy Garland, she's been unreal. Hannah Jones,
Greenlee Taylor,
Greenlee Taylor's been unreal. Yes, swing. I mean, it's unreal how good those girls are playing, and I think we're going to be going to Murfreesboro with them for sure.
Well, going back to that, just with our 3 high schools, I mean, and it's great for us, but I mean, we're busy.
Yeah.
Here
for all the right reasons.
Right. We got graduation next week, and we looking down the road just still calling high school baseball and softball games right now. So So yeah, it's really fun to be a part of it.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, and you know, I know Lawrence got graduation's next Friday or Saturday.
Yeah, my daughter's. So I don't know. It's all running
this
together.
This guy's done so much lately. His daughter's graduating. His son's busy with baseball. I don't even, do you know where you are right now? You've been all over.
I hadn't been here in a long time. I forgot how to get here.
You're hitting the key lock over there. No, you only got it once this time.
I got it right the first time.
Okay. That's
well, I got it right the last time, but y'all thought it was fun just for me to have my hands full as I was being nice to bring y'all some coffee. And every time I would go to turn the knob, it'd lock on me because I wasn't quick enough. Yeah, they was laughing at me.
It was mainly Clint instigating.
It was Clint.
100% it was Clint Brazier all the way, but this guy right here followed right in his footsteps, though. So he don't get a pass.
Oh, man.
But also do want to give a shout out to Loretta Baseball. Another season came to an end, but guys, that was a tough season for them because of all the injuries, but they still found a way to get the 2 seed in the district. A lot of young guys got a lot of experience, a lot of good at bats. I saw them getting better and better. I know head coach Zach Curtis and David Weathers, Jacob Laws, that whole coaching staff's got to be proud with where they ended up, especially as, a lot of guys got thrown into a lot of roles that they probably were not thinking they were going to be in when the season started.
Yeah, Coach Curtis, he's going to rebound. He's a great coach, has a great program. The guys buy into the program, and that's what you need. And he'll have those young guys ready.
Yeah.
So I have no doubt in my mind that they'll be back in contention for the top spot in the district next year. I mean, it just is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a tough year. They had a bunch of injuries down the stretch. I know they had their basketball guys miss probably the first month of baseball season. You could tell maturity throughout the entire season because you got some of these freshmen like John Tucker, Micah Ridgway, Ben Lyles coming in, and down the stretch, I mean, they started filling in roles as like they look like 3 or 4 year starters for them down the stretch. Ben Lyles had that big home run against Mount Pleasant. That was huge for him, his first home run in high school. But then again, it's one of those tough years where, last year they were the state champions, and then just not much of a fall off, but then again, they're going to rebound, like you said, Dusty. They'll be all right.
Get everyone healthy. That's the big thing is to get everyone healthy. And obviously, softball's had a decent year under first-year head coach Bryce Glass. We hope they make an epic comeback and play Summertown tomorrow, but trailing right now. So, guys, coming up next here on X Sports Live, the NBA has been crazy. We got a lot to talk about because home court advantage doesn't matter anymore. That's next here on X Sports Live, brought to you by CMB Linen.
For the best meal from south of the border, head to Cocina Real in Puente Grande for lunch and dinner. With a wide array of mouth-watering entrees, there's something for everyone on the menu. And you can't forget the cheese dip. They'll treat you like family, and you'll never leave hungry. Make Cocina Real Mexican Restaurant and Puente Grande Mexican Restaurant your choice for authentic cuisine, located in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
Arctic Air keeps your home or business comfortable. For more than 20 years, we've provided outstanding residential and commercial services through Southern Middle Tennessee. Whether you need assistance with your heat, air conditioning, preventive maintenance, or anything in between, trust our reliable team to get the job done. We'll take the time to figure out your specific needs and recommend what we believe is right and best for your situation.
We've been using Arctic Air for over 15 years now. Their service is great, they're here when we need them, and their prices are competitive. They take the worry out of the heat and air so I don't have to.
Arctic Air. When you need us, we'll be there.
Let me tell you about a place that has it all for your home, bedroom, kitchen, lawn, and more. It's a home-owned and home-operated business that's been around for over 70 years, so you know they're doing something right. At Swap and Shop Center in Lawrenceburg, you'll find top name brands for every room of your house, and top brands for the outside too. Looking for appliances, televisions, couches, safes, bedding, mowers, and well, the list goes on. So make the drive today to 824 North Military Avenue in Lawrenceburg and be treated right.
Efficiency, reliability, accuracy. Move forward with your real estate sale or purchase with Title and Escrow of Lawrence County, the most experienced closing team around. Working with clients locally and throughout the state, we offer a wide range of services, including the expertise of an on-staff attorney, backed by our more than 49 years experience in titles and closings. We get the job done on time at a fair price and ensure every last detail is correct. Our goal is to give you peace of mind. When you work with us, you work with people who live where you do. We understand the importance of the real estate community and strive to build strong relationships with all parties involved in the process. Whether you're buying a home, selling a business, acquiring land, or anything in between, you're in good hands with Title and Escrow of Lawrence County.
Put the most experienced closing team on your side. Contact Title and Escrow of Lawrence County today.
Hey Lawrenceburg, looking for something new? Come to Happy G's, located at 210 East Gaines Street. We have pitching machines, batting cages, and even indoor golf. Powered by TrackMan, our system is perfect for practice or play. With over 300 courses as well as multiple mini games, it is perfect for all ages and abilities. We even offer packages for group events such as birthday parties and business lunches. So let's go! Come get your game on indoors at Happy G's.
A&M Medical is Lawrence County's newest medical clinic, specializing in urgent and primary care. Practitioners Andrea Bain and Meredith Hutton bring years of experience and compassion to keep you and your family healthy. A&M Medical features a separate well waiting room to meet your needs. Visit today and ask about A&M's weight loss program and telemedicine services. That's A&M Medical, located at 2367 Highway 43 South in Leoma, Tennessee.
Welcome to the newly remodeled Brass Lantern. For over 30 years, we've been serving delicious food to excellent people. Brass Lantern takes pride in authenticity, serving fresh, homemade food to please any member of the family. From mouth-watering to one-of-a-kind steaks served with gourmet marinade, to salad with our signature honey mustard dressing, specialty fruit tea, drafts, and much more. Our food is always prepared daily. Whether you come in with friends or family, you'll appreciate that fresh is better.
There are now more ways to save at Quick Mart. Become a Quick Club member and easily earn rewards on qualifying purchases at Quick Mart convenience stores using the Quick Club app, available on the Apple App Store and Google Play. To save on fuel for work, use the Fuel Rewards Pro app to earn 5 cents a gallon on work fill-ups and redeem the savings for yourself. To get started, visit fuelrewards.com/pro or download the app in the Apple App Store and Google Play.
A Moment in Real Estate with my dad, Jeff Hood.
You know, I get asked a lot about what the market's going to do, how's the real estate market. I've been selling real estate for a long time, and nobody has a crystal ball. And you know what? When it's your time to buy or your time to sell, it really doesn't matter what the market's doing. It's your time, and you have to do something maybe. What makes a difference is the agents and the experience that go to work for you. We're Keller Williams Hood Company, located here in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. We can help.
Hood Company, powered by Keller Williams, the #1 name in real estate.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome back here to X Sports Live, brought to you by CMB Linen. Dusty Kaiser, the big fella. Hayden Burks is here. Clint is he's somewhere getting excited about playing golf or something. I don't know what he's up to. But
it's playing at it is what it is. It ain't playing.
And in honor of Clint, for every time he messes with your mic, we're messing with his mic right now.
And that ain't enough. The best thing we do is just take his off the set, really.
Just rip it out of the place.
Rip it off.
Well, guys, the NBA has been crazy here. We're into the conference semifinals right now. Nobody has won a home game yet, and the Pacers are up 2-0 after an incredible comeback against the Cavaliers. And this has been crazy. We've seen some questionable coaching. We've seen some clutch plays, and we have seen a dynasty we thought was dormant starting to make some noise here.
Yeah, I don't really know where to start with this. You talk about the Pacers and the Cavs. Did y'all watch that game last night?
Oh my gosh! Don't even get me started, Dusty. I'll wait. Go ahead.
So, I got a problem with officiating in that game.
Okay.
And maybe I'm wrong, and y'all tell me if I am. I'm cool with it. So we're down to like 30 seconds. You know, they had the crazy. They reviewed it where dude comes in, gets all over top of
Donovan Mitchell.
And of course they come a foul, whatever. They inbound the ball on the side. They're on the end. They inbound the ball to Mitchell. Great defense up to this point of where I'm coming with this. As we talk about again, as I'm referring to football and some of the stuff I told you off air.
Right.
But he gets the ball here. He has the opportunity, if I'm not wrong, to advance the ball. Correct? He can take a step and dribble at the same time. So this dude's all up in his grill. I get it. It's great defense, but he hits him with an elbow. It wasn't a swinging elbow. He literally turned in. Because that guy's that close. Yeah. That's not a foul on Donovan Mitchell. He didn't have a chance. They called it a basketball move. Yeah, he did pivot, but you still got to be able to move, right?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong.
The way I don't like the call, but then again, I'm just at a point where I know that's how the NBA is going to call those calls.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can really say. I know, of course, then again, it's what I told AJ. Indiana was down 7 with like 45 seconds left.
There was a minute to go in the game, and they're down 7.
Yeah. Just like they were down, 8 or 9? Was it 7? Was it 7 with 30
I think it was
seconds
7
left
too.
to the
Yeah. They got to put back off of a free throw. They were down by 5. Then the offensive foul happened. Then there was another foul. Got 1 of 2 down there on the free throw line.
Right.
Anyways.
But maybe I'm wrong. Whatever. But that's terrible. It's almost kind of like they're taking some of the game out, these officials. Mm-hmm. Some of these calls they're making.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's the playoffs, and this when we see defense. They don't play defense the first 82 games of the year. They don't play any.
Right.
It's 170 to 171. And now we're seeing games not even make it to 100.
Yeah.
Right.
And we're seeing teams
it's unreal.
Yeah, it's unreal. And that I do love about the NBA because those guys are phenomenal to watch when they're playing like that.
Yeah.
Not all of them, but some of them are fun to watch. But, how? How do you give up that big a lead? 7 points a lot, especially when we're talking a minute or less. And it's almost like, when you talk about coaching, I almost think that, and I know they're at timeouts. They called that last one to get the ball advancing, but then they're out. But, how do you not prepare for that and say, guys, okay, we can't just let them shoot open threes? I understand Halliburton got the ball back, and when he hit the 3 to win, when he hit the dagger, he was wide open. That guy wasn't all up on him.
No.
How do you let the best player on the court, besides Mitchell, especially the best player in Indiana, have the ball at the top of the key?
Yeah. Well, here's how that happened was when Max Strus had it sidelined out of bounds. They have the ball and throws a lolly pass.
Dude.
I'm thinking, I'm watching that game. Me and my dad are watching. I'm thinking, That's one of the main rules. Don't ever throw something where the other team can get it.
Yes.
And I was thinking, oh my goodness, they're finna blow. They were up 7. They were up 7. Cleveland was. It looked like they were up 14 at one point. Yeah. And I'm thinking, holy crap. Because at first I'm thinking, okay, Cleveland's going to take care of it. It's going to be a 1-1 series. Now, after that, it's a 2-0 series, and it's going back to Indiana. And Indiana has been on fire at their home court. This might be Indiana in 5.
It could be.
Maybe 4.
It could be. And if it is, shame on Cleveland.
Yeah.
I understand I talked about that call with Mitchell, but that ain't the call in the game. Yeah, right. But yeah, shame on Cleveland if they. And
how in the world is Kenny Atkinson? He coached horrible that last minute, and he just won Coach of the Year. I don't get that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, how are you not prepared for that?
I don't know.
Don't know. It's like the Celtics shooting 60 threes in a game when they were up 28 at one point.
20. I think they were up 20, and it went into overtime. I think it was. Yeah.
And listen, folks, when he said they shot 60, they missed 45.
15 of 60 from 3.
There's teams that ain't shot 45 in 2 games.
Yeah.
You know, we've always said the way Steph changed the game. He ruined it. I mean, he's ruined it for college. He's ruined it for women's college. He's ruined it for high school. Yeah. But I'm still props to Steph Curry because he's the greatest shooter we'll ever see.
But he makes those shots.
He makes those shots. I mean, Steph goes probably 45 of 60 himself, if you let him.
Yeah.
But how are I can't stand the Celtics. Like, it's just.
That's all they shoot. That's all they
There's
shoot.
no basketball.
They don't have really a big man, and their big man, Porzingis, he stands out on the perimeter.
That dude stands at half court. Give me the ball. He can't even shoot it right.
Yeah. He can't. He has like a weird form.
He's got his legs all bowed out like he's prancing or something. I don't know what he's doing. It's just, they're not, I can't watch them in Denver. I can't watch them. I just can't.
Yeah. You told us off air about your favorite player of all time, Joker.
All right, listen, Kevin Wright. I hope you're listening because you give me a heck about him all the time. I can't stand Joker. He sucks. He's the dirtiest player in the game.
You're not.
And listen, I say he sucks, and the guy had 44 and 20 something. That's amazing. He's already putting up numbers as a big guy bigger than Shaq. Yeah. And we talk about how dominant Shaq is. But if people would just watch him,
right,
he'd foul out. Like he plays so dirty, and then he wants to turn around and argue with the refs every time.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on somebody to punch him in the mouth.
I'd love to see Golden State and Denver in the
Draymond.
Those two might punch each other.
And here's the thing.
And Draymond is a lot. Have you seen him play against Joker?
Listen,
he shut him down every time.
I'm telling y'all, Draymond's a beast.
Yeah.
Like him or not, they talk about him being like the new age Rodman. Yeah. He don't get the rebounds Rodman gets. He shoots the ball better than Rodman ever. Rodman ever shot. I mean, he
runs the offense basically.
Yeah, the offense can run through Draymond and not just through Steph all the time or whoever. But Denver's got to lose. They just got to lose. I mean, and they're probably not going to. I thought that OKC was on this run. I was telling my buddy, and we argue a little bit about it. So I hope he's right that OKC can win. But I just think the young age, I just don't think they're there yet. And maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
I mean, if they make dumb mistakes like they did at the end
against
Denver,
you
can't allow a offensive rebound put back. But I think it was Aaron Gordon, and then just let him get loose off the missed free throw by Chet Holmgren and just throw something up. I mean, then again, it's not a shot that a lot of people will make, but it was a good enough look for him to get it off, and sure enough, he made it.
And you can't just, Aaron Gordon's a heck of a ball player.
He's been playing great these first 2 rounds so
He
far.
has. He's so athletic. I mean, he means so much to that Denver team. I think he's more important right now than Murray is.
Murray really hasn't been playing.
Murray hasn't really done
Westbrook's
nothing.
been playing really good.
That's another thing. And that's for a different topic. Is Westbrook for me, and how I feel about him. And there's one other player I put in a category with him, as in like different. But Murray's kind of been irrelevant. Porter Jr.'s been hurt his shoulder. But Aaron Gordon stepped up, and how OKC let him just kind of get away right there. Had a great look at the three, and he stuck it to him.
Yeah. I mean, basically, Oklahoma City, I think they've had like they've had the number 1 defense throughout the entire regular season. But
it sure didn't look like it the other night.
Yeah, it sure didn't look like it. I think it's going to be a dogfight with Oklahoma City and Denver. I think every series from here on out.
And here's the thing too, going back to Joker, it's a mismatch because Chet's tall, but he's little. Right. I mean, Joker just bully balled him.
Right, he's a pencil.
Yeah, I mean, he just walked him down. It's no different what they do to Wemby. Yeah. They just walk him down, back him down, turn around, shoot a jump shot in front of him. You know, but anybody's got to win besides Denver and the Minnesota Timberwolves because they got Rudy Gobert, who is softer than tissue paper. I don't want to hear people talk, well, he got LeBron in an elbow. Dude, he got him from behind at the foul line. I'm glad he done it, but then LeBron turns around and acts like he going to do something. Now you got two little schoolgirls out there going to pull each other's hair out or something. They ain't neither one of them going to do anything. And then you got Ant. We all talk about him. You can look it up, folks. Golden State's gonna win that series.
I'm a Warriors fan, and I'm glad you said that, Dusty. It makes me feel better.
Steph's gonna have 2 days rest. I know he's gonna miss next game, and probably gonna rest the rest of the week, maybe through the weekend.
Well, here's the thing. So it's a grade 1 hamstring, so he's gonna miss at least probably a week. And so the good thing is they took game 1, so they've already taken home court advantage.
Yes.
Minnesota, you'd like to get game 2, but then again, if Minnesota wins, it's 1-1, and you're going back to their arena. And what I heard, I listened to on Get Up this morning, that there is supposedly a WNBA game being played, I think Wednesday or Thursday from this upcoming week between game 5 and 6. So they'll play game 5, I think, on Wednesday, and they won't play game 6 till Sunday. That gives Steph 4 days rest for him just be constantly in the weight room with therapy and all that stuff. So then again, Golden State, they've been playing great right now. If Draymond plays the way he did last night, where he had 4 3-pointers in the first half and had 16 in the first half and 18 totally in the game, I don't see many teams beating them. And like it's what Jay Wright said earlier today. He said all Jimmy Butler and Golden State has to do right now, they got to get just one more game. One more game and it makes you feel good. If Minnesota's up 3-2, well, guess what? You're going to have them at your home court and you get Steph back. But if you're up 3-2, you get Steph back at your home court. And we've seen how that reputation is, that they're going to end up beating people.
You forgot one player.
Who's that?
Buddy
Hield, too. He's been 33 in Game 7 and 24 last night. He's been stepping up.
He has stepped up. You know, Jimmy didn't look so hot last night, which, listen, when Draymond...
He had a quiet 20.
He had a quiet 20. That's what I'm saying, it's quiet 20. But I think Golden State wins, man. I'm pulling for them. I hope they win it all.
Yeah, I don't know if they can win it all the way they've been playing. I think they can easily get to the Western Conference Finals.
Listen,
they're so undersized, but then again, they out-rebounded Minnesota by 10 rebounds. But then again, when Ant-Man only scores 1 point in the first quarter, so, I think Ant-Man's a phenomenal basketball player, incredible athlete, but then again, the difference between Lakers and Golden State is Golden State's going to make you go through the gaps.
Lakers, they ain't no gap. You can just go down the middle in Golden State or in Los Angeles because nobody plays defense.
Exactly. But then, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's two totally different defenses.
Two totally different teams.
I mean, Golden State held Minnesota to 88 points. That's the first time I think this entire season that Minnesota's been held under 90 points.
And like I said off air, you still have Moody and Looney that didn't play a whole lot in the second half. You know, so
and Prozimski.
Listen, they got a chance. And here I say it all the time about Steph. Don't let them limp in that Western Conference final and get 2 games.
Yeah. It's what I was. It was a long time ago. It was whenever I can't remember. Golden State was the 6th seed one year, but it's whenever they were getting their strides, and they had Fat Joe, the comedian, on First Take, and he was like, I coach basketball, rec league, and all that stuff, and he said one thing about basketball is when you got a team that's had championship experience and they start getting their groove, it's a scary thing. You got to knock their legs out underneath them. Yeah. I remember that, and that's one of those things with Golden State that's why, there's some people that's like, oh, well, Golden State, they're the past. Well, they might be the past, but they've got that experience where that's what won them that first series against Houston. That experience and the inexperience and the youth and inexperience by Houston, that's what put them over the top, and I think that's what's going to happen against Minnesota too.
And one more thing on Golden State is I think people overestimate their role players. Mm-hmm. Listen, guys, when you getting that out of your role players and that gives Steph a little break, Jimmy a little break, Draymond a little break, that's tough. because then when it gets deep in the third, coming into the fourth quarter, they're fresh.
Yeah. I mean, Minnesota, they only played 8 guys, I think, last night. And Steve Kerr went 11 deep in his. And then again, Steve Kerr, he's a good coach, but so far in this playoff series, he's kind of taken it up a notch with me because he's made some defensive schemes that I would never thought Steve Kerr would have made.
He probably should have called JJ and just let his guys play the whole second half. Yeah. That's how you do it right there. You got a 41-year-old out there look like he's on oxygen.
And a 27-year-old too looking the same.
You got a 300-pound Luka.
All 24 minutes.
All
24 minutes.
Attaboy, JJ.
That's the boy genius right
Attaboy,
there, JJ
JJ.
Redick. Well, right now, Celtics at halftime, 50-41 over the Knicks, and kind of continuing the low-scoring trend.
I thought it was going to be Boston in 5, but I still got Boston. But New York's going to make it a series. Yeah. I think if they can get Game 5 in Boston, I think we got a good shot at maybe a 7-game series between the two of them.
Yep.
Well, guys, coming up next here, we're going to talk some wrestling and get to our rant segment. That's next here on X Sports Live, brought to you by C&B Linen.
Jack Davis Insurance, located at 201 West Gain Street in Lawrenceburg, has you covered through life's obstacles. Jack Davis specializes in group insurance for businesses and institutions of all sizes. With coverage for life, accidents, cancer, critical illness, short-term disability, dental, and vision, Jack Davis can customize a plan to meet every need. Now available Medicare plans for seniors. Contact Paige Davis at 931-492-9284 today for Medicare Supplement, Medicare Advantage, and prescription drug plan insurance. Serving Lawrence and surrounding counties since 1987, call the team at Jack Davis Insurance today at 931-242-5225.
Hey, this is Phil Hooper. Get the look you want for your favorite school, church, or business with apparel from HD Ink Screen Printing in Leoma, Tennessee. Got a logo you need embroidered or screen printed? Let HD Ink give you the professional look that sets the bar in today's world. We do fundraisers and custom designed apparel and so much more. Call today, 931-201-2961, or come see us at our new shop located at 26 Ingram Road in Leoma. Remember, HD Ink for the look you want and the look you deserve. Hey, this is Phil Hooper. Get the look you want for your favorite school, church, or business with apparel from HD Ink Screen Printing in Leoma, Tennessee. Got a logo you need embroidered or screen printed? Let HD Ink give you the professional look that sets the bar in today's world. We do fundraisers and custom designed apparel and so much more. Call today, 931-201-2961, or come see us at our new shop located at 26 Ingram Road in Leoma. Remember, HD Ink for the look you want and the look you deserve.
Mac Brown has been providing photographic services for 55 years. During that time, Mac Brown photographers have photographed children, seniors, weddings, schools, musicians, and commercial businesses. The studio takes great pride in producing quality photographs and services for its many clients. While the studio has adapted as times have changed, their goal of providing excellent photography has remained constant. For more information or to schedule an appointment, visit their website at macbrownphoto.com or give them a call at 931-762-4263. Let the professionals at Mac Brown Photography turn your memories into treasures.
Hey, I'm Peyton Bowie, the children's pastor at Mars Hill Baptist Church, and it's crazy to think that summer is just around the corner. If you're like me and you're already planning what you're going to be doing and where you're going to be going for the summer, go ahead and put Vacation Bible School at Mars Hill down on your calendar. June the 9th through the 12th from 9 a.m. to noon for any kids 4 years old all the way through 5th grade. This year, our theme is True North, where we're going to be looking at all that God has created to help us really understand and discover who God is and how amazing He is and what it means to have a relationship with Jesus. So come join us June 9th through the 12th at Mars Hill Baptist Church from 9 a.m. to noon, kids 4 years old all the way through 5th grade. We can't wait to see you there.
State Line Garage Doors, owned and operated by Justin Gobble, is your trusted local expert in garage door services. Based in Lawrence County, Tennessee, State Line Garage Doors is built on over a decade of hands-on experience, providing reliable repairs, replacements, and installations for all types of garage doors, residential and commercial. They proudly serve our community and the surrounding areas. When you work with State Line Garage Doors, you're not just another job, you're part of our community. Their commitment to quality, transparency, and craftsmanship is at the heart of what they do, and they offer free estimates. State Line Garage Doors. Reach out to discover the difference a company with local roots can make for your home and business.
Cell phone plans at an affordable price? Only at LE Wireless. When they say wireless for all, they mean it. With yearly plans as low as $5 per month, they say it's the best $60 you'll spend on unlimited talk and text. Ask about their monthly and family plans. They'll succeed in meeting your needs at a price you'll love. And no need to go elsewhere for accessories. Already a customer? Their referral program can put even more money in your pocket at LE Wireless, located at 300 Ellingson Street in Lawrenceburg. Call today and ask about their free phone promotion.
The Summit of Lawrenceburg is the premier senior and assisted living community in the region. The Summit makes it home for you or your loved one with diverse suites that welcome and encourage community, plus gathering spaces, neighborhoods, daily activities, and a wonderful staff that supports you every day.
Hi, I'm Tara Blue. I'm the new director of the Summit, and we would like to invite you and your family to come and tour our facility. We would love to see you here.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome back here to X Sports Live, brought to you by CMB Linen. Guys, it's before we get into our final segment of the show, got another pay-per-view coming up. It just seems like we were just watching WrestleMania at Clint's house.
Yeah.
And now we got Backlash. Only 4 matches on the card here. We've got the 4-way for the U.S. title. Jacob Fatu, LA Knight, Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest. Women's Intercontinental Championship, Lia Valkyrie and Becky Lynch. Got Gunther against Pat McAfee, and the World Undisputed WWE Championship, Orton and Cena facing off. Once again, not a ton of matches on the card, but I think there's some good stuff here for us to get excited about.
Yeah, I mean, Jacob Fatu is going to be all gas and no brakes.
Yeah, I mean,
don't really care about Becky Lynch and what's her name, Becky Lynch.
I think Becky needs to win that title just to give the. I think that title right now needs
that whoever wins it's going to get an extra bump.
Yeah,
maybe. I just not a big fan of Becky.
I think there's fans has a lot of fatigue with her.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you're gone, you come back,
and you win everything.
You win everything. You're a heel.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if she's trying to be like her husband.
Yeah.
I don't know. Becky was so much better as just a babyface and not a heel. I'm over the whole man thing. I mean, she ain't beat nobody. she ain't big enough to pick up nobody. She don't, you know, if you're gonna be the man, you got to body slam Nia Jax or something.
Yeah.
Just kind of over it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you there. I'm not a big Becky fan either, but I think with these new women's and mid-card titles being introduced this past year, I think that, you know, a lot of times they say that the title submits the superstar.
Right.
I think right now with a new title like that, it needs to be superstar kind of building how much those mid-cards mean, because the United States women's mid-card has not been good.
Right.
And the Intercontinental, you know, this could be a bump for that too. But then I think Becky needs to win just to get that. But then again, I really like Lyra, and I think she's going to be a good little piece for WWE down the road.
McAfee, he's going to get his tail kicked.
Yes.
I hope he's prepared for some of them chops he's going to take.
Yeah.
McAfee does a great job on the microphone. But, I mean, he's getting in the ring with Gunther. I mean, I don't like him and all that, but he's a great heel.
You got a big prediction for that match.
Yeah, that's what's coming right now.
Yeah.
Goldberg will save McAfee.
I like it.
He's going to hit that music.
The music, I don't think the music hits.
He just comes out of nowhere.
I think he comes out of the crowd and just spears him.
So are you saying he's going to help McAfee win the match? Or you going to say that Gunther's going to eventually win the match, and all of a sudden Gunther's going to try to?
No, Gunther's going to win the match.
Yeah, and then afterwards
he's going to take it too far.
Gotcha.
Goldberg's going to show up.
Gotcha.
And we're going to get a spear. We're going to get a jackhammer. And we're going to have Pat and Goldberg kind of go off together. Yeah. I think Michael Cole gets involved a little bit.
Okay.
Bless his heart. I mean, he can't get in the ring, but I think he get involved a little bit. Maybe he might smack Gunther or something.
Grab a leg.
Just something, get him involved. I think they've done a great job with McAfee taking up for him. And McAfee, like I said, he's come on a long ways on the set.
You think the McAfee boys will be? I'm sure they'll be in attendance too, but I don't know if they should get involved.
I don't like that myself. I don't like it at all, and we know it's scripted. But I would rather them just let it be Pat and Gunther, Michael Cole, and then Gunther get the win, and then not let go of the choke, and then Goldberg come out.
Comes in. Yep, I like that.
And then that sets up Gunther Goldberg SummerSlam.
Yeah,
and Goldberg's going to have one or two more matches. Yeah. Gunther can go. He can lead the way. We know Goldberg can't wrestle for crap. But Gunther could lead the match with a powerhouse.
Right.
And then they would I think they could put on a decent match together.
Oh, man, if he comes out of the stands, spear and jack.
I'm thinking like he did against Lesnar that time, when Heyman was running his mouth and he's sitting down there. Yeah. He's in his jogging pants. He jumps over the guardrail, like. I could see Goldberg maybe dressed with the black jacket on like he's a camera guy and he get out of hand.
Have a hoodie on.
And maybe he does come out of the back. Maybe his music hits. I don't know.
Sparklers come out.
No.
Oh, man.
And Gunther standing in the ring, bring it on. Yeah.
Or maybe they do like a fake video like he's about to come out and then he does come from the stands.
Yes.
And just completely
just
throws everybody off. That would be pretty cool.
Yep.
I think pretty sure we all know Jacob Fatu is going to retain. I think that's going to be a good match. It's all four guys that can work.
They can work. I'm just not a big fan, like I told you off air. Let Drew McIntyre and Damian do their thing. This needs to end though.
Right.
They're pushing it too far because there's nothing involved.
Right.
It
feels, you're right, LA and Fatu need another match, and then LA. Honestly, I think LA against Dominic Mysterio,
that'd be a good
that
one.
Could be a really good feud.
That's another match for Backlash. Him and
yeah, it is. That one is official. I know they haven't.
Him and Punta.
Yeah, Penta and
Penta.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're going.
They haven't. They haven't really announced them all yet. I know it was announced on Raw.
I was just looking at a website and
I got
saw
you.
4 matches.
Yeah, I thought they announced that the other night.
Yeah,
so Penta's going to win, and I think we're going to see the Judgment Day is going to turn on Dominic.
Okay. Because he was trying to recruit Penta.
He was trying to recruit him, but I think, like I told y'all, probably been WrestleMania over Clint's. Yeah. I think Ray's done. He just broke his leg. I hate it. Such a great guy in the ring and outside the ring, but I think they got to let they've let that family bust split up on air, and I think you got to let Ray and Dominic have their moment
together
in the ring,
and then pass the torch to Phoenix and Penta, and you're the new.
Yeah,
of course they just purchased AAA,
right?
The Mexican wrestling or whatever it's called. I don't know,
but just you let Ray him and Dominic have their moment.
Right.
And I think that would be so good for wrestling.
Right.
Especially getting to have that father-son moment. We don't get to see it a lot.
Right.
You know, Cody had a few with Dusty, but you don't get to see that just a whole lot. You know, Randy and his dad got to work together some.
Let him ride out on the sunset.
Just let you know, Ray's 50. You know, and
he ain't got much longer.
He broke his leg. I mean, that's tough.
Yeah, that's not a couple month process.
No, and you know, maybe he's got another match in him that maybe him and Dominic could tag team.
Right.
Dominic carry their load, and maybe Ray, you know, hit a couple spots. You know, but that's kind of what I hope WWE and Triple H do with this, is they let Dominic and Ray have their moment.
Okay.
No, I like that.
I like that too. So Cena and Orton. I think we know Cena's going to retain.
Cena's going to retain.
I just hope we have a really good match.
Well, it's going to be Randy leading the way for sure, and that crowd is going to be pro Randy because it's in St. Louis. So
that's his hometown.
Yeah, it's his hometown. So I mean, it's going to be. You know, you talked about it, Dusty, about how the crowd, even though Cena's a heel, it's tough to turn him heel because everybody they've been wanting him to win it, and everybody still likes his character right now, and you can tell the crowd is into it, and this is going to be a heel atmosphere for John Cena for sure. There, because
I hope you're right. I hope the fans get on him. I hope they get on him Saturday night. But listen, guys, watching him work the mic. I've told y'all for a long time I think he's the greatest we've ever had on the mic. I mean, I know Rick back in the day was great, and Triple H has been good throughout the years, and there's been a lot of them good. Yeah. But I think John Cena's been the best, even better than The Rock. And it's got to be tough on him to play this role and still have all these kids chanting your name as a face.
He plays the crowd so well.
He does.
I mean, he just
and it's
does
got
a
to be
great job
tough
with it,
because I mean he's sitting there telling them, shut up, you're dumb, whatever, and they're still cheering him on.
Yeah.
Like, how do you keep going?
Yeah.
And we've talked about all the Make-A-Wish, and we all know that it's scripted, but like, it's got to be tough on John.
Right, I imagine.
You walk in an arena and he's coming down the ramp and I go back to the kids, but all these kids who love John Cena, that's their hero. Like for us growing up, it was Hogan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Guys my age, it was Cena.
Yeah, and we talked about it. Right. The Cena turn to us was the Hogan turn.
Right.
When he turned with NWO, that's how big this has been. And I think Triple H has done a great job. John's working his own stuff. He's doing a great job with it, but it's still got to be tough.
Right.
Yeah, because I know after Saturday he's got 24 events
24 more events. Yeah.
So, and also, I think we're about to come to an end of two eras here in a way. Cena's, this is his final year, and also Roman said it, and he said it in an interview before WrestleMania. His contract is up, I think, in a year's time, and he's planning on taking a long break after that. So we're going to need some of these guys, some of these new stars, or some of the guys who haven't been at the very top are now going to be pushed there. They're going to have to step up now.
That's the thing. They got to step up. I mean, you got to think Randy's 43, 44.
Yeah.
Seth and Young.
Yeah. Punk's in his 40s.
He's in his 40s.
He's in his mid to late 40s.
Cody's in his late 30s. So
Cody's like Cody and Jay, they're going to have to carry the load.
Mm-hmm.
Gunther's going to have to carry the load. I don't know.
Breaker.
Breaker's going to be the young superstar.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
they've got talent.
They got talent. I'm not worried about the talent. They got the talent. It's just the amount of guys. I mean, you got to think we're talking about the guys who's carried this for 20 years on their shoulders that are about to be gone.
Who's going to be the next guys that's going to carry it for the next?
And the
20
guys
years.
we're talking about don't have 20 years.
Right.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Yeah.
So it's guys that's in NXT. It's guys that's at the training facility that hadn't been there yet.
Right.
That's gonna have to pick it up. And you sitting there looking at the roster right now. The young guys. I mean, Braun Breaker's about it. I mean, all them other ones.
They're all mid.
Finn Balor.
Yeah.
Finn's getting on up there in age.
Right.
JD can't carry nothing.
And Drew McIntyre's in his late 30s.
I'd say Drew, Damian Priest. I mean, like these guys. I mean, they got some time left, but they can't carry for 20 years.
They're stars, but they're not the buy ticket superstars.
No.
Of course, Drew.
I don't buy a ticket to go to Nashville on Monday Night Raw to watch Finn Balor.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not knocking it. He does a great job in the ring. I think he's been a great he's a great asset to the WWE as a heel. But yeah, I'm not paying $500 to sit on front row to watch Finn Balor.
Right.
Right. No, it's irrelevant.
We're watching Cody and Roman and all those guys.
I'm spending $500 to see Randy Orton come out and give John Cena an RKO and never do nothing else.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what we're paying for.
Right.
Yep.
Yep, you're right. Well, the guys got to step up. That's the big thing. But they don't need to do it right now, but they do need to start building themselves up. So when those guys are gone, and also Triple H has got to put them in the right spot.
Yeah, I mean, it's on his back.
It's a whole team effort. Well, guys, let's go to the final segment here as we wrap up the show. Got anything you got to get off your chest here, Hayden?
Mine was really just that pass at the end of the Cleveland game, Indiana. That's just one of those, me as a basketball fan, and that's just one of those pet peeves of mine where it's just one of those where you're told never to do it. So literally, that's just my rant came out earlier when we were talking about the NBA. So that's all I've got.
Yeah.
I got one. You got one?
No, I don't.
You don't have one?
Yeah.
All right.
You can take my time.
All right, good. Because I'm probably going to. All right, man. I ain't been on it.
I know. You've got a lot of pent-up energy.
It's been a minute, and my co-pilot on our podcast, he kind of filled in for me the other night talking about sports and our youth and things like that. And guys, I'm going to step on some toes here. I'm not calling out names or anything like that. But I'm going to tell you what, I am so disgusted when I am talking to people or y'all fill me in on a story or I fill y'all in on a story, and it's where we have players and parents rooting against their own teammates. I don't care what sport it is. I don't care if it's at Bobby Brewer or if it's at Tom Cruise or Gary Lamb. It don't matter.
Right.
That is so uncalled for. It's so disrespectful. And we are seeing it now at the Bobby Brewer level.
Mm-hmm.
We're seeing it at 9 and 10-year-old where we have kids who are talking down to their teammates. Come on, man.
Right.
Are you kidding me? Yeah. And for parents to allow that. I've been around sports in this town my whole life. I'm 44 years old. If Mason and CJ were on the same team and CJ pitched a no-hitter and we won by 25, I would hope when Mason pitched and got shelled, if it happened, that your reaction would be the same as mine was for CJ.
Yeah.
It sucks to lose. Right. It does. But it's so heartbreaking to see these kids pour it out and for their teammates to go, that's terrible. You should have done better. Or you're the worst at that position. Or what? Like, that's being said at this age. Come on, man.
Got to pick up your teammates. It's a good lesson in life all around.
All the way around. And for parents, and we see it at the high school level. We call a lot of high school sports. All three of us do. Yeah. We're in a lot of gyms. We're in a lot of football fields. It don't matter. Yeah. We're around a lot of high school parents and high school kids. And it is a crying shame. And I'm telling you, I'm looking at you. It's a shame when parents are rooting against their kids' teams.
Mm-hmm.
When somebody is on a field or on a court and you hear a parent when they make a bad pass or they strike out, that's a good job right there. Come on.
Right.
People, we got to be better. Sports isn't just about winning and losing. It's about lifting people up and teaching people things. And what are you teaching your own kids when you're making fun or rooting against their teammates?
Right.
What are you teaching them?
Well, the kids are getting that from the parents.
Exactly.
Yep, I was literally about to say that.
Yeah, so it's a thing that it's never going to be fixed.
No.
But it bothers me when I see kids say things and then I look at this child who just got it said to him and drops his head. And I'm thinking, am I really that bad?
Right.
No. It just blows my mind that's where we're at. Even at that age, and I don't know, but it really hurts me to see parents and kids be so negative towards their own teammates. It's just unbelievable.
I go back to football season, and You know, we're literally calling a game and someone scores a touchdown and there's people upset that it wasn't their son scoring or their kid or their relative not scoring a touchdown.
Or it could be a basketball shot.
Yeah.
Or it could be, oh, that should have been my son out
Yeah.
there pitching and getting that strike. Come on, be thankful.
Yeah.
Listen, that kid that scored that touchdown, it might be the only one he ever gets in his high school career.
Right.
Go down there and pat him on the tail and say,
Yeah.
great job.
Yeah, because something could happen to that kid and he might never ever be on the field or on the court.
Absolutely. You know, and how many kids, and let's just take it a little further, how many kids hear this and then they don't want to play no more?
Right.
Whether they're good enough to play at the travel ball level
Yeah.
or to high school level or middle school, it doesn't matter. What if it's just rec ball and that's all they ever play?
Yeah.
And they got somebody, whether it's on a basketball court or soccer, it don't matter. And they hear it enough, and then they say, you know what, Mom, I'm not playing no more. Dad, I don't want to play no more. I'm tired of getting made fun of, or I'm tired of not, getting this thing that I done a good job.
Right.
You know, like it's so heartbreaking to see some of these kids and their reactions when they're getting told that.
Yeah.
100%.
I agree, and I think when coaches, especially at the high school level, and they talk about cutting out the noise and eliminating distractions, it's unfortunate when the distractions are coming from their own stands.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Right, and and one more thing, I'm done. And I talk about the things I see because we see it in what we do,
And it's everywhere. It's
and it's
not just
everywhere.
one particular
No,
place.
it's everywhere. And then I'm in the dugout helping coach.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing it there too. Like, and it's not just there. I mean, it's across the ball field.
Right.
Or you hear about it at the gym up here at Rotary. And it's everywhere. And I challenge people to do better.
Yeah. Right. I co-sign that message 100%.
Yep, signed it too.
That's a great way to end the show. We agree with you 100%. I say it all the time. The more I'm around, like the ball, my son's going to start playing t-ball in the fall, so I'm going to be around it a lot. The more I see it, the more I'm like, man, these people are setting up a great example of what not to do as a parent.
Yeah. I mean, you could almost just take your phone out and just walk around video it.
Yeah.
And then you could take it home and show your kids,
Yeah.
hey, we're not going to
Yeah.
act like this.
Or just how about that would be fun to do a live stream on just the parents and how they act.
Yeah.
We're not going to watch the kids. We're going to watch the parents and see how you guys handle a camera on you all the time. Would you act that way if there was a camera in front of you, or
Right.
would you be?
Because most of us, I mean, we do get involved. We get deep in the game, even when we're calling games.
Yeah.
I'll be the
Yeah.
first to admit there's sometimes I got to pull my microphone up.
Yeah.
And, there's sometimes I slap AJ, or sometimes I shake him,
It hurts. He's really strong.
And there's times when I'm at Bobby Brewer, and you get caught up in it. There's nothing wrong with getting caught up in it.
Yeah.
But we take it too far.
Right.
Yeah.
There's one thing to be excited, like over the top excited because your team is doing something, but there is a thing as over the top negative.
Absolutely.
Right.
100%.
That's a great message, big fella. That was
a
a
good-
way-
that was a good
that's
one.
A really good one. That's not just a rant. That's a life lesson.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good, man. Well, that will close it out here on X Sports Live. So for the big fella Dusty Kaiser, for Hayden Burks, I'm AJ Good. Got a whole slate of games coming up this weekend. We'll be back here at the same spot next week. Have a good night. We'll see you guys later.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.